Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. My name is Lloyd Luna and this is The Big Picture. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, wherever you're watching from around the world, magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Andrew A. Santos is already watching on our stream. Second day of General Community Quarantine. Kumusta po ang inyong Thursday? 20th of August, 2020. Our shows can be watched, all our shows can be watched live and replays on facebook.com/TNCNow. You can also watch live on YouTube, hashtag the new channel. And if you're going to watch our show ngayon, gabing ito, sa YouTube, and you're going to comment, makisama kayo sa aming discussion for tonight. The Big Picture, TNC, and Unisol is going to give away sa isa pong mapalad na mapipili something very special, something na regalo namin doon sa ating lucky viewer. Ano po yung ibibigay namin? Watch! Alright, washable face mask. Mula po sa Unisol. So please do watch also TVP on YouTube. Hashtag the new channel para manalo po kayo. Yan sa amin yung winner bago po matapos yung show natin for tonight. Now, speaking of show, we're going to have another inspiring night tonight because we prepared something for you. Something that will pique your imagination. Kasi ngayon, importante sa atin is, again, inspiration. Because sobrang nakaka-depress na po yung araw-araw na balita na medyo, kalungkutan at napakaraming problema. So, we are here every night sa TNC and other shows, para magbigay sa inyo ng inspiration. And speaking of inspiration, thank you so much. I'm inspired. John Francis Abelgas, happy long weekend. Is it going to be a long weekend? Wala bang pasok bukas? Nita Calagos is watching and sabi niya, ito pinangako ko, Ma'am Nita, pinangako ko kagabi na hindi kita pwedeng batiin kagabi dahil ang birthday mo ay ngayon, bawal mag-advance ng bate. So Ma'am Nita Calagos, happy birthday! Good morning mga ka-TPC, pa-shoutout daw, sabi ni Ma'am Nita, kumakain na asawa niya na si Jerry Calagos. So, Ma'am Nita, saan nga kayo? Summer ba yan? Ano ba, Masbate? Saan nga yan sa inyo? Nalimutan ko na kagabi. Shoutout! Sabi po ni Travelets. Anyway, if you're watching our live stream now, please do share it sa inyo pong mga walls, sa inyong mga timelines. You can also organize your own watch party para mas marami makapanood sa atin. Send them sa inyong mga groups kung saan pwede nyo ipadala yung link so that they can watch the show, inspiring show for tonight. Indeed, it's a long weekend. Ano pong gagawin nyo sa weekend? Kung kayo po yung manonood, please, pakisabi naman kung anong gagawin niyo ngayong long weekend. At kung saan kayo nanonood, pakilagay na rin po para mabati natin ang inyong mga kababayan. Alright, pinapabati ng ating TNC host, si Juan Lu Lunaria. Dalawa kasi yung Lu. Juan Lu, host ng The Puppet Stories on TNC, si Congresswoman Niña Taduran. Hello, Congresswoman. Kumusta po kayo? Talagang napaka-challenging times para po mamuno, Mamuno ngayong mga panahon ito. Di po ba, Congresswoman Niña? Sana mag-guest si Congresswoman Niña dito sa show. Ano kaya, Wanlu? Magagawan kaya natin ng paraan? Ma'am Nita is saying good morning from Santa Margarita, Samar. Kumusta po yung mga taga-Samar? And Geraldine Igot is watching from Marigondon, Lapu-Lapu City. Ito po ay sa sa Cebu, Lapu-Lapu City. Bro, so marami na tayo nanonood ngayon. Baka pwede nating start kasi marami akong itatanong. Ano kaya? So keep on sharing our live stream link sa inyo pong mga walls, sa inyong mga timelines, sa mga groups na meron kayo, sa mga pages na meron kayo. May bulabog na rin po yun yung mga friends. Mag-spam na po tayo. Interesting, interesting na araw ngayong araw na ito. Second day ng GCQ, so nagulat ako from Ortigas Center. Pagbaba ko dyan sa may Osmeña Highway, tara! Meron pong parada ang mga truck. may procession po yung mga truck. So galing dun sa Magallanes Interchange, good luck na lang kung anong oras ka makakarating. Dito pa lang po sa may De La Rosa side. So kung familiar kayo dun, Osmeña Highway, good luck na lang po kung anong oras kayo makakarating. But since we are live streaming, pwede nyo po kayong panood sa Facebook at saka sa YouTube. Sana lang po may data kayo. No? Emil Tapnio is watching from Mandaluyong. Cannot wait for our guest for tonight. Woohoo! She is a phenomenal woman. Ay, gaano ka totoo? Mamaya malalaman natin. Tanong natin sa kanya. And speaking of Thursday, bukod po sa coding ako, laging lumalabas, no? Tuwing Thursday, ang column ko sa Manila Times. So kung hindi pa kayo nakakakuha ng dyaryo dahil natatakot kayo maghawak ng dyaryo, available naman ang aking column, weekly column, every Thursday sa manilatimes.net/campus-press. So hanapin niyo lang po yung article ko doon. The big picture din yung title. Hello, Juvie, watching from North Cebu, Medellin. Ay, sounds foreign, Medellin. O share po yung yung ating live stream link ngayon para mas marami pa tayong madala dito sa show ngayong gabing ito because marami tayong matututunan. Nakita niyo naman, no? Phenomenal. So ibig sabihin, phenomenal. Phenomenal woman. Good evening, Greta. Good evening din daw sa lahat ng kanyang ka-TPC. Ang TPC po ay Telepreneur. Yan po ay sponsor ng The Big Picture ever since we started. Isa po sa mga unang brands na nagtiwala, yung Telepreneur Corporation. So again, marami sa ating tagapanood ngayon ay galing sa TPC or Telepreneur. Saka LLIC or yung Luluran. Isa pang sponsor natin yan. Ang magtiwala po sa isang show o sa isang channel na hindi pa naman subok, pagkatiwalaan kami this early, sobrang laking blessing po sa amin. So again, maraming salamat TPC and LLIC. Griselda Chavez is watching saying, good evening, everyone! Okay, so let's bring it in. Let's bring it on. Kinurek yung grammar, no? So bago tayo mag-start, syempre headlines muna mula sa The Manila Times. Ombudsman suspends 11 PhilHealth officials. Test, trace, not enough to beat virus according to the study. GCQ return keeps peso at near 4-year high. Wearing the face mask shield mandatory. Prosecute PhilHealth rascals, according to Gordon. 8 Malasakit Center opens in Coronadal. Lotto games resume in GCQ areas. Wow! Whoa! Social distancing. Whoa! Sino yun? May nang-matching? Sa studio ko yun. Asawa ko yata. DA warns versus ASF spread in Isabela. Shares slip on profit-taking, curfew seen to hit sentiment. Headlines presented to you by the Manila Times. For more news and information, please go to manilatimes.net or download their application at digitaledition.manilatimes.net. And speaking of Manila Times, yung pong column ko ngayon, ang title is Perfection is an Illusion. So, inilatag ko po doon ang aking argument na dapat hindi perfection ang ating ina-achieve or tinatry na i-achieve, kundi ang pagiging determined. Yan. And dedicated. So, wag perfection, kundi dedication ang kailangan natin ina-achieve. Because para sa akin, perfection is just an illusion. Mabasa niyo po yung argument din sa column. Again, punta kayo sa manilatimes.net para po sa ating column for today. Every Thursday po yung lumalabas. Okay, good. So I think nagawa na natin ating mga trabaho para ready na tayong dalhin sa ating studio ngayong gabing ito. Siyempre, ininyahan natin co-founder ng The Coding School dito po sa Manila. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, help me welcome Ronna Reyes Sieh. Hello, Miss Ronna!
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you so much for coming to the big picture. Appreciate your time. Sobrang busy ka pero siningit mo itong isang oras na ito.
No, Sobra, I'm so honored. This is really, this is the new future. So thanks for having me.
Exactly. So, let's start off kung saan tayo kanina nag-start. Phenomenal woman. Phenomenal woman. Bakit nasabi ni Emil na phenomenal woman?
I think you should ask Emil. Kasi siya nagsabi nun. Okay? So Emil, the next guest.
Tanongin natin, Emil, nilagay mo sa ala kami ng sarili mo. Yes. Explain to us bakit phenomenal si Ma'am Ronna. But first question is how you are right now. 5 months in a quarantine, unprecedented yung event. How are you now?
I know 5 months, right? And every day of those 5 months, I've been in this room. Like, in this room, I've worked, I've tutored my kids, I've done my exercise. Ito yung aking safe space. And now I'm doing the interview with you. 5 months, it's been, I think, so many emotions. It went from scared, confused, anxious, and then parang I just became brave and hopeful. And some things happen that's, good for everyone, like the coding school and Teach Up, which we can talk about.
Yeah, in a while we're going to talk about Teach Up and then coding school. But was there sort of an activity na ginawa mo during the first few days or few weeks ng quarantine na never mo ginawa ever sa buhay mo since you are in the lockdown at hindi ka mobile?
Well, I mean, lahat ng meetings ko ngayon sa office, ginawa namin on Zoom every day. Before, I was so against work from home, tapos na-realize ko sobrang effective pala. Naroon ginawa. I mean, I do Zumba class online. Nag-connect ako sa friends ko from all over the world. It's really been eye-opening what the possibilities are if you change your mindset.
Yung question ko doon kung you have never tried, parang hindi ako believer nung Zoom para sa akin. I think important yung face-to-face talaga na mga meetings. Talagang mas ramdam na ramdam mo. But bakit hindi tayo naniniwala prior to pandemic na mas okay yung mga work from home arrangements prior?
Well, kasi before I thought hindi, messages cannot come across by video. Tapos I also thought, nag-change talaga ako as a colleague and maybe, as a leader to some. Parang I went from dapat na babantayan, everything has to be monitored, to really being a servant leader and leader, being a leader and have a leadership style based on trust. And actually that works even better. When parang it's clear communication and you trust each other will deliver what they have to deliver as a team. It's worth.
Yan yung mga dun sa unang part ng quarantine na parang, okay, how do you trust someone na hindi mo nakikita? Are they doing their job? What are they doing? Kumbaga parang hindi ka nga nagtitiwala before nung nakikita mo. And then all of a sudden. So how is the adjustment like? Paano nag-a-adjust ng gano'n? Like, bago kasi siya eh. So hindi siya yung, kumbaga parang hindi natin rehearse and we never expected that it will be dragged months since we started it. Yeah,
kasi ako, for me, actually by nature, I'm very reserved, especially kunyari sa work. Hindi nila alam, like my whole life, medyo, let's keep it at work. Tapos this happened lockdown. I'm taking calls from home. They're the only ones I'm talking to. Wala na akong social life. Alam mo parang they became more open. And the challenges of, what we're doing. I became completely transparent on our goals, what we're trying to do. It really worked out. Okay, this is what they can do. That's what we can do, and we can do it together. Parang we became brave together. Basta, these are our parameters. So it's really eye-opening talaga.
Mabilis lang yung adjustment ng team doon sa parang pagtungtong doon sa mga virtual.
Well, mabilis yung adjustment because well, really, we're based on technology. So actually, this is something we had planned to do maybe a year or 2 years from now. It just got accelerated. So medyo ready kami. In terms of the product, there's a lot of adjustment that we needed to do on the product and on the style. Pero in terms of the communication and how we will run as teams, we became really, we expanded quite quickly. It My adjustment on communication style, yeah. Pero mabilis. We had to do it fast. We had to act fast.
Oo nga eh. Pero meron bang moment ng ano? I mean, for example sa team mo, meron bang moment na parang iba-iba kasi tayo ng ng pagtanggap doon sa situation when you're restricted and nobody moves na. Parang iba't iba yung pagtanggap natin doon sa situation. So,
Yeah.
naramdaman ba sa team na parang yung iba nasa denial stage pa na, parang hindi pa sila ganun ka-productive and things like that? May ganung mga moments ba?
Okay. Kasi this what happened, okay? So, March 7th, we had a meeting in the office where parang there were 10 applicants to be summer interns. Okay, March 7 yon. People were still going to the office. That's March 12 na yung lockdown. So I had to make a decision. Should I just shut down? Kasi we're a school, we're an after-school program. We cannot teach face-to-face. Should I just shut down and everything? Or should we try to do it online? Tapos alam mo, Lloyd, I really thought of those interns, okay, who were expecting to get this experience, right? And they were paid interns, so whether they were doing it for money or for experience. And it's because we have this reputation in UP na parang it's kind of a fun place to learn and intern. So I really thought of that, and there's a picture that I took. Na pag tinignan ko yan, sabi ko, you know what? We really have to go. We have to go on because we have to give these interns an opportunity to still work. And I even thought, my gosh, ano kayang future nila kung itong pandemic tumuloy, which is happening, Parang we have an opportunity. So it's so funny kasi I've always been customer-focused, product-focused, mission-focused. But in that moment, inisip ko yung mga interns and providing jobs for them. Tapos yung team ko naman, they're just fantastic. They're just, first of all, they knew, alam mo ang cute nila, nag-offer sila to work for less money, which I never agreed to. Yung mga employees,
sila yung nag-offer ng we take less?
My employees. Okay, ito yung nakakatakot. Even my accountant said, I'll work for half. Sabi ko, kung yung accountant nag-offer to work for half, we're in trouble, right? But I said, I really thought about it. I'm into this. Meron akong ginagawa deep thinking, yung 4 hours, wala kang kausap, isipin mo lang talaga, kaya ba natin to or not? I did a 4-hour deep think, and I said, go for it. So I didn't take no one had to do pay cuts. And then in the end, we added 60 people. We were able to generate jobs. Nagawa namin.
But was that decision based on a 30-day lockdown? Kasi drag ng 2 months, 3 months, 4 months eh.
That decision was made March 28th. I remember. March 28th, I said, kasi we were doing online, konti students, sige, turuan natin online and everything. But really, to commit to online, you have to commit to significant training of the people you're gonna bring in. So, malaking investment yun. So, should we do it? We were doing it a little bit. So, go for it. Let's go. And naalala ko March 28 na that we really went for being committed to it. And then we thought, sige, as long as we can have we can give 4 coaches, we call them coaches, an opportunity to teach online, because that will, that will keep us going, and that will provide for the students who are applying to be students with us for the summer. So we just went ahead.
That's interesting. All right, so Kyla Venson is saying, "Let's go, Miss Ronna." So nag-agree siya sa you being phenomenal because you really are, sabi ni Kyla. So dalawa na sila nagsasabi. They are part of the Field Dev Foundation, are they not?
Okay, so Kayla is part of the coding school. So baka medyo biased kasi boss niya ako. Noted for tomorrow, noted with thanks. And then Emil, actually, yes, Emil used to be in Field Dev, foundation. So I'm on trustee of that foundation. So medyo may influence din ako dati sa kanya.
I see kayo.
So obviously, pilit yung mga yan.
In fairness, sa tinag si Marcus, si Sasa, si Angelo, si Kevin, si Shay.
Sino yung... Oh my God. Okay. All from PhilDev. Okay, guys, PhilDev, it's the future.
Yeah.
Guys, nag-invite, nag-rally. Tingnan natin. I'm going to take note kung sinong mag-a-attend. Ganyan talaga. You do it. We're gonna build the new channel this way.
Exactly. Hold on. Let's talk about your before we go on for a short commercial. Let's talk about yung coding school because I introduced you as the co-founder of coding school. Ano yung journey para magkaroon ng ganitong klase ng institution and what it is about? Why you actually put it up?
Yeah, coding school was meant to prepare kids for the new future. They need to learn coding skills. Plain and simple. We are teaching essential.
Doon muna tayo sa coding. Kasi yung coding, ang alam ko lang dyan, sa kotse lang yan.
That's right.
So yung coding school is what do we teach exactly para lang sa ating mga stream viewers?
Okay. Coding is programming. Everything you look na computer, the way we're watching right now, the app that we used was created through coding. The internet was created through coding. Your cell phone that you're using, the apps there were created through coding. The games that you're playing, created through coding. The design, Photoshop, yung mga nagpapayat sa pictures nila sa Instagram, you have to thank coding for that. So these are parang mga skills na before was meant for, maybe only those who are interested in computer science. But, the kids right now, when they graduate, that's going to be most of the jobs and it's going to be a basic skill required. So talagang we're making sure na ma-realize ng families that this is essential to. This is an essential skill.
Tama ka doon sa idea na ito yung para lang dun sa mga, may tawag sila dito parang mga dati, no? Parang yung mga nerd, may mga ganun pa, parang dun lang sila sa highly genius something na group. So very specific yung group, very maliit yung mga nagko-code, di ba? And now you're saying na ito ay magiging essential skill or ngayon essential skill na siya.
Yes, now it's already an essential skill. Tapos before kasi, traditionally, it's taught in the college level. And then what happened? Yeah. And then what happened actually, I actually had a daughter who learned it earlier. Parang, paano yun? Pwede pala yun. And then we dug deeper. We worked with some people to find out na these classes pala, you can tailor it for children, pababa yung age. Until now, we're starting at 5-6 years old.
5 and 6 years old?
Yes.
Like the line coding, like commands, something like that?
Yes, you can teach binary coding and everything. No, yeah. The deeper thing here is coding is actually the output that they'll get. Yung program, yung gumagalaw, it could be a game, it could be the visual. But, technology changes a lot, right? So you're teaching them actually to think creatively, yung logic ng steps of code. Parang exercise. You're exercising the coding muscle.
Yeah. So they can create on their own.
They can evaluate. Yeah, so you want them to have the confidence na mag-create sila. They can create whatever they want and they need to know na they have the skills to do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. At yung sinabi mo na 5 and 6 nagko-code na parang, oh my God, no college, iniwasan ko yan. Electronics and Communications Engineering ako. Ayun po yung coding. You're telling me now, 5 and 6, nag-start na silang mag-aral doon sa principal.
Yes.
And actually, I've read from somewhere, I don't know if you're going to agree with me, but coding is poetry. I think it's automatic sa WordPress yata. But coding is poetry. Parang gano'n. It's a form of art din. Expression ng artistic ability ng isang tao. So hindi siya yung basta simply science lang. Para siyang poetry. So siyang form of art, yung coding.
Yeah, it's a medium for creation, right? It's a medium for creating things. So it's and now there's so many different languages that you can learn when you're young.
Well, Filipinos are known to be creative people in fact, yung nakapag-create ng love virus back then, di ba? Na-hire sa Microsoft and things like that. So, nasa DNA natin maging creative. We built the rice terraces and it was a creation that is next to none, right? Pero you talk about technology now. How did you know that this is something that is feasible, that people can get into this kind of learning program?
Well, I know children can do it and learn young from personal experience as a mother, and then doing what I do. I've seen it also from, I've been on the board of PhilDev Foundation, so we have been pushing technology and innovation, entrepreneurship all over the Philippines. So nakakita ko talaga that it is possible for kids and then for anyone who wants to learn it at different stages in their lives. Did I answer by your question?
Yeah, you're still following the logic. So why build it? Ano talaga yung reason for you? Is it na parang yung makuha natin yung potential do sa next generation natin so that the Philippines can be competitive enough sa world to do this coding stuff?
Okay. So ganito yung logic. When I found out that children can learn it, okay. Sorry, as a background pala, I lived in New York for many years. I was an investment banker covering technology companies. In fact, I started the same time that Google was incorporated. Sayang, I didn't buy their stock. But anyway, so at that time, bata pa ako. Yeah, I know. If I bought their stock, I would not be talking to you now. But at that time, I saw na parang, wow, the way, kasi I was looking at startup companies. That was my job, looking at startup companies to invest in. And I said, wow, there's a race for good coders. And there was not enough. Tapos I'm here in the Philippines and I'm looking the environment, same thing. There's a race for good coders, for adults. Tapos then I discovered they can learn it when they're young.
How did you discover it? I mean, na-immerse ka ba sa isang competition or?
No, I was a investment banker covering technology companies. So exposed ako sa mga different companies in Silicon Valley at that time who became successful. And let me tell you, you put a Filipino in Silicon Valley, they will succeed. Okay, it's the environment.
Oh.
Okay, and so I'm thinking, and I, with my experience in field dev, you put that here in the Philippines. So I'm one piece of the ecosystem, right? So education po. It can happen. Pwede. Ang problem lang talaga is the schools right now, their curriculum is so full. First, they're unable to put it in the curriculum.
How do you spell it? Full? F-U-L-L?
Huh? What? Sorry?
Sorry. Spelling of full is F-U-L-L.
Yes.
Their curriculum is full. Puno.
Yes.
Iba yung parang naisip ko parang so, ibig sabihin kung full curriculum, they didn't even consider that that can be part of the general curriculum na pwedeng matutunan or dapat matutunan ng lahat. At least the very basic principles of it.
Well, there's a lot of things that go into doing a curriculum. So we've tried to talk to schools. We've worked with some of them. It's mahirap eh. Schools have very tight budgets. I don't blame the schools. Wala akong biniblame. We're just trying to problem solve in any way we can. And so we created an after-school program. And now we're online, so you can access the learning that you need to learn. If schools, who's been very receptive for us are homeschoolers. They are really working with us, and they're such great partners. They're so flexible in learning and very excited about their programs. And we've had students from over 100 schools now. So we've had students also from traditional schools, and they're also very the families and the students are very enthusiastic rin naman.
Paint us a picture of how it looked like when you started it, like a few months or first year ng coding school. Marami bang naging excited, dinubog na makagad, or ano yung mga naging challenges when you started it?
Yeah. Okay. So co-founder ako. Actually, this was really when my daughter started coding. Tapos naging our neighbors found out. When my daughter started coding, we got her a tutor because we couldn't find uh, enough resources online. She learned as much as she could from the YouTube or Khan Academy, and so we got a tutor, and then she got more advanced, and then she started teaching. So siya talaga yung nagtuturo. This is really like I was working and somewhere else, and she was doing this until she was tutoring more and more of her peers
Wow.
in our home. Okay, going into our home, and then it was during the summer every day. Tapos may school na siya. Then they were coming every Saturday, 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 9 in the morning, 9 in the afternoon, 20 in the morning, 20 in the afternoon. I said, people are here. They're eating our food. Tapos, and then, and as much as we could, we would try to hire another tutor to help her. And at that time, kasi she's an advocate for women, so girls lang gusto niya ituruan. And there's a lot of parents of boys that wanted to learn also. So we formalized it. We're teaching boys also. We had developed training for teachers, who we call coaches. Kasi we have a methodology na you kind of have the coach is always there. You discover it on your own, but the coach is there to lead you because that's really how you can learn. And that's how it started. And I really came in to professionalize it, to make sure that we can handle more students. We had a physical space. Hindi ko na dining room and living room, and we made it bigger. But it was not. It was still challenging because we were constrained on space. So meron kaming San Juan, doon lang sila sa Green Hills area. We had BGC, doon lang sila sa BGC area. It's really when we went online that we were able to have a larger, broader reach.
Okay, sige. So tatanungin ko sa iyo kung ano nag-shift, ano nangyari, ano experience ngayon, nabago rin ba ang behavior ng tao looking at your school and what you do dito sa ginagawa natin ngayon. Because I think isa ka sa konti na player dito sa space na ito. So the big picture will return. Stay tuned.
Since I got my new place, I've enjoyed every single day here. Hotel-like amenities, attentive staff, resort-style living, all in a premium location. So life here is easy and convenient. That's why I invested in another unit. I can earn more, and they can enjoy the very same things I enjoy at home. What a life! So much more rewarding. So much more to life. SMDC.
We meet beauty every day. We meet power every day. Are you ready?
Ready? Ready.
Beauty is power.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on the new channel. Before I call in back my guest for tonight, I would just like to make some announcement and greet our dear Senator Grace po, nanonood po ngayon. Pumalakpak, Ma'am Ronna, si Ma'am Grace, Madam Senator Grace po. Hello, Madam Senator, kumusta po kayo? Ayan, di ba? Pinost na natin para maganda. Yan! So, nandiyan siya. Pumalakpak si Madam Senator Grace po. Ma'am, ingat po kayo lagi. And good luck sa inyong mga sessions dyan sa Senate. Okay, before I call you back, Madam, I just would like to again thank our guests since we started in April. The Big Picture has already been here since April. 5 seasons we finished, 90 interviews. And in one picture, I cannot find some words to describe how grateful we are here on TNC na meron na po tayong nagawa na 90 interviews since we started. And maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga personalities, businessmen, entrepreneurs, mga friends natin at friends ng friends natin na guest dito sa The Big Picture. Again, we would like to thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Hindi po buo ang TNC kung wala po ang inyong generosity sa oras po ninyo. And I would also like to invite everyone to please watch our other shows, HR Hotline, iBusiness, The Ford Project, Usapang Beauty, U-Turn, The Home Buyer, The Puppet Stories, TNC Marketplace, YOLO, TNC The Talk, after shift, after math na tuloy. Kasi may coding school mathematics na napasama na. After shift, the press con, the town hall or TNC town hall, and one day, along with many other shows that are coming up in the lineup. I think pagdating ng September, meron po tayong additional 3 shows na ilalabas. But again, these inspirational shows are inspired by you. Kayo po na nakita namin na parang kailangan ng inspirasyon to move forward from this crisis. Nakita namin na ang mainstream is masyadong may negative effect yung mainstream media and the way we think and the way we navigate this pandemic. So sabi namin baka tayo yung isa sa maging instrument para ma-uplift naman ng mga spirits. So we bring you inspirational shows na talaga namang nag-i-enjoy kayo kasi we tell stories here. We tell stories, we share experiences, and tingin namin when we are in that position na inspired tayo and then we create that spark, I think we can easily go back on our track and then move forward kahit na medyo takot, mas kumpiyansa na tayong bumalik sa ating regular or normal na buhay. But anyway, again, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa TNC. Sabi ni si Mia, ma'am, go M, ma'am si, nanonood na ma'am Ronna. Si Mia, Isabel, Mia, saka si Stella. Tatlo sila. Emil says, Ronna is an example of a boss who cares. Who cares? Ayusin lang natin, the boss who cares. Pag nilagyan mo siya ng period, iba na yung meaning na. Parang bigla ko napaisip na parang who cares? I-restate natin. Ronna is an example of a caring boss. Yan. Pag nilagay mo sa dulo yung who cares. And then Matt says, I second what Kayla said. Ma'am Susan Tagle is watching the show. Hello po. Yan. Wanlu, the host of Puppet Stories, Miss Ronna, I'm an instant fan. Very pretty naman daw. 32 pa lang si Ma'am Ronna. Di ba, Ma'am? May tatanong natin kung age niya. 32 ang alam ko. Okay. Emil, we're Philippine Dev Fans Club of Ronna. Malu, Gamboa, bravo, Ronna. Marami pa tayo, hindi ko na masyadong mabasa, pero maraming mga comments ngayon. So, let's bring in back our guest for tonight. Ronna Sieh is a co-founder of the Coding School. Again, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Wow. Thanks for reading the comments because I can't see them. So I told you I have a lot of employees. But it's so important for me to surround myself with people who will inspire me. Look at the way I'm very picky about, yung mga chat groups, yung mga what I watch, I have to be inspired. The people I work with, they completely inspire me, and they inspire each other. We would not have achieved what we have if people don't inspire each other.
Yeah,
So,
before the commercial break, I was trying to ask you kung ano yung nag-shift dito sa educational institution natin and how they have a new perception of what coding school is about, kung meron man. Because you are either isa ka lang dito sa Philippines, mamaya pa-confirm kung isa ka lang dito or meron sino-sino yung mga players dito na alam mo. But how do you pick people? Sabi mo you're being surrounded by these inspiring people. How do you do that? Ang hirap pumili ng mga tao na may inspire ka din, because sometimes parang business as usual lang yung nangyayari. How do you pick them?
I really don't know, but for some way, you'll know people's motivations, and it's really culture. Parang if you share the same vision, if you're doing things beyond yourself, you'll know if other people are doing that. And pero important then, na you have to be authentic to them. So I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna act differently and have a shield. I'm gonna be so honest with you about my motivations, what I expect of you. And usually when you do that, people are also authentic with you. Tapos makikita mo, it's easy to see people's culture and people's motivation.
Good. So talagang sa iyo manggagaling I mean,
dapat authentic ka din.
Kasi kapag pinakitaan mo sila na medyo plastic ka, so magtatago na rin sila sa kanilang shell. Okay, good. So question ko is amid pandemic, during the pandemic period, because ito lagi yung tanong anong nangyari, anong nabago, perception, approaches, the way you are perceived, di ba? Yung ginagawa ninyo. Anong nabago? Is this pandemic something na made you more popular? Nagkaroon ka ba ng mas malaking support because again, you're talking about technology and learning about it as a school?
Okay. First of all, I think you mentioned, before I answered that, my motivation. Actually, you mentioned math earlier, na-confuse ka sa math and coding. Actually, they kind of go hand in hand. And we set up, Teach Up is actually an on-demand math tutorial company. So you can just go online and get a math tutor. Curriculums were created by mga winners in math competitions, but really a lot of worksheets that's going to help your foundation in math. Okay. The reason we really went that path.
I'll do that, ma'am. I'll do that.
Alam mo ba, ang curriculum ng DepEd, Philippine curriculum in math, is actually more advanced than Singapore. Our public school students are required to learn things that's more advanced. We did it side by side. But the thing is,
bakit may Singapore math?
No, I mean, I'm just saying the Singapore required government, and which means first world and the Philippines. But what happens is, hindi na absorb ng child yung math. So anyway, we're here for, teachup.com is here for families who would like to get a tutor on demand. They just go online, they book a tutor. I have a child who's doing it. Her foundation has really strengthened because of it. So I wanted to mention that. And also kasi math din is logic eh. And part of the reason we did that kasi we have coding students who got more advanced in coding kasi hindi sila makatuloy because some of their math foundation was not strong enough. Na medyo hand in hand. It doesn't have to be advanced, but it just has to be a good foundation. Kasi
mas may edge ka kung okay ka sa mathematics and then nagko-code ka din.
You have an edge because math is also logic. Right? So this will have this. So it's just thinking logically.
Hindi ko lang tatanungin kung bakit okay naman pala yung curriculum natin, pero bakit hindi tayo, and bakit hindi na-absorb ng estudyante. So hindi ko natatanungin kung nasa estudyante ba yun, or nasa sistema ba yun, or nasa nagtuturo ba yun. Anyway.
So, you cannot blame one thing. There's really, and what we can do is just work together. But, we can work together to find solutions.
Parang sayang na if you have a mathematics curriculum na parang advanced na nga, tapos parang hindi siya na-maximize. And ilang taon nang ganun yun, di ba? Parang sayang yung potential kung hindi natin siya nagagawa. But anyway,
Yeah.
so
But
what changed?
I want to answer your question kanina. Yung what
Okay, sure.
happened. Kasi talagang there was really a moment sa akin. Kasi I was watching a webinar the first week of April. Yung mahilig tayo sa mga webinar. How are we gonna pivot, whatever. So I was like absorbing it all in. I was reading things. And I came up with 4 things na absorb ko from different webinars. If I'm gonna continue and go for it. In fact, we built even another brand during the pandemic. One is, will we be a net job creator? Magdadagdag ba tayo ng mga trabaho? Very important. So I thought that was important that I'll do that. Second, is what we're gonna do, is it sustainable? Meaning it can support itself, right? So that the business model has to be sustainable. Third, is it an essential? Kasi ngayon, people are not gonna spend on anything unless it's essential. And learning coding, strengthening your math, that's actually essential. That's people should spend their time on doing that. And fourth, I had to think, can our team do this in a quality world-class level? We wanted to be, like, we have to be really high quality to deliver this now to people, because I'm not going to deliver a substandard product now. People have to be very, people are losing their jobs. This has to be something that's super effective, not on a world-class stage. And slowly we check those boxes na kaya namin, and here we are.
Wow, nakaka-inspire yung part na yun kasi parang how does it work on you na parang hindi ka na-shake ng nangyayari around you? I mean, part ba yun ng training mo even back then pa? I mean, living for a while, for some years sa US? Parang hindi ka kagad na na-shake and na-shattered? Or nagpanic ka rin ba when this pandemic happened?
No, of course I was scared. But I really had to be brave. I had to be brave, but it was beyond myself, right? I had to be brave for the people we're working with, the people we could potentially hire, us being brave for the students who are not learning coding. We've taught, the Filipino coaches, they're amazing, of the coding school. They have taught students from 12 countries. 100% repeat customers. Okay,
Wow.
that means laban tayo in the global stage. So, why am I brave? Because the team is amazing. They're parang aligned with the mission. Usually, sana nga you could see I saw your picture of all 5 seasons and all those photos, which was really inspiring that you showed. I have a similar one with all our coaches kasi we meet on Zoom. Parang 60 kami, ganon. It's really...
Next time i-show natin. No? I-show natin dito.
Nakaka-inspire. So, yeah, syempre scary, but you have to be brave kasi it's beyond me. So, parang magigilty ako pag hindi ko gawin.
Actually, it's one thing that actually made, I mean, ngayon parang retrospect, no? Ngayon ko nakikita na when I flashed the slide, na nandun yung mga tao, parang they kept you moving forward, no? Parang sila yung nagpupush sa'yo one day at a time na, do some more, a little bit more, and then push some more, extra push. Hanggang sa ngayon is nandito kayo. And regardless, kung natakot ka for a while, parang mabilis na nakapag-adjust because of, unbelievable, incredible teammates that you have in your team.
Yeah. Tsaka I want to share this tradition that we do. Every Friday, we meet. And we talk about parang our highs and lows. So that when we meet again on Monday, we're better than the week before. And I can tell you, we were better every single week. Because we met and talked about parang what every single person learned. And
where did you learn about it? Part ba siya ng Western education or experience mo, or out of your creativity lang na feeling mo or nabasa mo somewhere or na-advise?
Okay, yung highs and lows, very high-tech. It was taught in kindergarten. Nursery yata yung mga anak ko. I asked the teacher, how will I find out if my child cried in school or whatever? They don't tell me anything. Say, no, just ask every day what your highs and lows. And every day, actually, even kung may bisita kami ng mga friends ng kids and they're having dinner with us, I'll just say, what are your highs and lows? What are your highs and lows? Kasi if you ask them, how was your day? Good, good. But you ask them highs and lows, labasan na yan, you know?
Yeah. Oo, kasi para mas specific kasi yung tanong mo.
Oo
Ang sa
nga.
atin kasi minsan man parang parang may maitanong lang. Parang gano'n. So siguro hindi talaga, ang sagot talaga doon is, yun lang. I mean, as plain as good. Okay naman, di ba?
Good. Okay, yeah. Nothing. What happened in school? Nothing. Where are the highs and lows? Inapay ako ni ganito at saka, may boyfriend ako. Ha?
Was it a high or low? But anyway, sige. Tatanungin natin yan. I'm going to pause for another commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to have a game, a very short game, and then my final few questions. The big picture at TNC will return. Don't miss our last segment for tonight. Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on the new channel. Let's bring back Ronna Sieh, co-founder of the Coding School. Ma'am, game tayo?
Okay. Ano, math?
Calculus na math. Nasabihin ko sana konting calculus lang, lumabas na siya. So, big and small lang to.
Big or small?
or small. So, just tell us kung preferred mo itong item na ito ay big or small. Okay. Item number 1 is coffee.
Coffee. Big.
Milk tea.
No. None. Extra small.
None. Okay. Wag lang wala. No? Car.
I know how to say milk tea in Chinese.
I don't know. You know?
Chen Chu Nai Cha.
Ay, ayoko na siya. Ayoko na siyang orderin. Car.
Car. Big. Big.
House.
Big. Work from home.
Credit limit.
Big would be nice.
Planet in the solar system.
Big.
Bed.
Big.
Wristwatch.
May mga second meaning ba to? Wristwatch, kasi I use a Fitbit. So, medium.
Tigas ulam talaga minsan ng mga tao, ma'am. Na pag sabi big or small, talagang medium, tapos may extra small. Sige, okay. Answer the question. If heaven is true, except from your family members and myself, sino gusto mong isama sa langit kung aakyat ka na ngayon?
Bakit na ako ngayon?
Kung lang.
But if I bring someone, wala na rin sila. Parang that's not...
You have a name? Wala.
Parang I'll bring my dog.
Okay. Awa naman yung dog. Walang kinalaman na damay-damay dito. If you were a barber, sinong gusto mong artistang gupitan ngayong quarantine?
Oh, artista. Well, my favorite is Mark Wahlberg.
Okay. So, siya gugupitan mo. If you were a gym instructor, sinong political leader ang gusto mong i-train sa gym?
You know, the political leader I like is the from Singapore, si Lee Hsien Loong. Kasi clear siya mag-explain. So maybe nag-workout kami, tas he can explain things.
Okay. And maybe yung mga tips no, kung paano mag-explain ng
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah. How do I have abs? Ganon.
Kayla, Miss Ronna is goals. Kayla, alto.
Tapos
is
the name of my dog. Uy, nag-comment si Alto. Ano sa my Facebook?
Dog pala yun. Alto, kala ko sasakyan.
Dog, yeah.
Sabi ko, bakit gusto niya malaki sasakyan pero alto yung kanyang sasakyan? Hindi pala, aso pala yun.
Uy, Alto has an Instagram account. So.
Totoo? Meron?
Oo.
Oh, wow. Interesting. If you're an astronaut, sino gusto mong isama sa outer space?
I'll bring my family.
Isa lang po. Mahal ang pamasahe.
Isa lang ang pamilya ko.
Isang tao lang ang kailangan.
Sige, I'll bring my dog na nga. Ayoko naman mag-hurt.
Sige, dog ulit.
Si Alto ulit.
Kung isa lang ang pwedeng pabalikin, sinong iiwan?
Sige, iwanan ko si Alto kasi kawawa naman yung team eh. Sorry, Alto.
Sorry, Alto. Nalungkot ka, ma'am. Nalungkot.
A little bit. Okay lang.
Last question. If you have all the money in the world, which company are you going to buy?
No. I mean, I really believe in what we're doing. So, code school teach. I mean, ako talaga, I would grow it 10 times. It creates jobs. It teaches, so I'll grow it 10 times. I don't know.
Okay.
I like it.
Like it's a beauty pageant answer to a question.
Yeah, I mean, seryo,
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know it is serious. Of course it is serious. Oh, ito na yung Instagram ni Alto. Pinost ni Emil yung link. O follow Alto on Instagram, ha. Ilan ang followers niyan?
Parang 4.
4. Apat lang. Kala ko naman kakabahan ako sa number of followers ko. Anyway,
Oh
sige.
my
Uh,
gosh.
let's go back. Final few questions. So, all things considered, things that are happening right now, people are still confused. Some are still disoriented. Yung iba, may nakikitang hope. Yung iba nakabawi na. They are productive now and parang nakuha nila yung rhythm. All things considered now, what do you think is the big picture? The things that you see that probably most people don't?
What do I see that most people don't?
The
You
big
know,
picture.
the past month has really allowed me to really focus on what's important, right? Which is probably to you what's the big picture. And really, you have to focus on uh, one, really what's essential to reach your goals. For me, I'm committed to preparing students, children, and even adults to be prepared as we're crossing this digital threshold, right? Like parang I envision it like we're going through an ocean and you're teaching everyone to swim or else they're gonna sink. Uh, and the big picture, that to me is the big picture. Find out the essential and equip yourself with it, and surround yourself with people who will inspire you and can work with you to so that you can all swim and cross this threshold.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Where did they get in touch with you if they're interested? I don't know kung mag-enroll sila or kukuha sila ng courses sa Teach Up. So we have our contact details or Facebook page or group that they can join.
Yes, we have. We're on Facebook and Instagram, the Coding School, and then Teach Up. For those outside the country, we have globalcodingschool.com also. And yeah, you can reach us there. We're really excited. We're really, really excited to hear from as many people as possible. We'll create a plan to help you learn. Essential talaga to. I wouldn't be doing it and the team wouldn't be kung hindi. So hope you get in touch with us.
Supposed to be yung last question, pero naisip ko lang ngayon. Do you believe na yung mga Pilipino more on consumer of technology rather than maker of it?
I think it's just a matter of opportunity. Right now, they're faced with more opportunity to consume it. But given the opportunity to, if they're playing games and if they realize, you know what, they have the power to actually make the games, they're gonna shift. It's a matter of environment. So ito yung parang ecosystem that we're trying to fill.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Kasi, Lloyd, you put them in Silicon Valley, they're gonna succeed. So bakit dito hindi? That's an ecosystem situation.
okay. So in this particular space, parang we create an environment for them to be like that. I mean, to succeed. So you are creating a sort of a Silicon Valley environment here in PH.
I'm creating a piece of it, yes. But there's certainly not a lack of talent. For sure. Kaya natin yan.
Oo nga. Sige, paramihin natin ng paramihin. Siyempre, dapat.
Yes.
Oo. Paramihin natin paramihin. All right. Alto has 64 followers. Kinonfirm ni Emmy. So again, go to teach-up.com and globalcodingschool.com. Also coding.ph for more information. Scale. Napaka-active. Oh no, it's a trap. We have some of the best devs in the world. I believe that. Oo. Kailangan lang din talagang ma-highlight. And this is something na pwede nating gawin, habang nasa pandemic tayo, nasa bahay, just try something. Parang upskilling is an opportunity nga ngayon, diba? Parang you can upskill yourself to prepare yourself dun sa tinatawag nilang new world order na yata yun.
Yeah.
Or new normal.
If there's people there who's gonna help us reach more people, let us know. This is something we all need to work on together. So thanks for.
Yeah, definitely. TNC will be here to support you para dyan sa advocacy na yan. We are believers of Filipino talents. That's why TNC is going global. So sa halip na mag-import tayo ng mga shows papunta dito, sabi namin, we do shows sa Philippines and we import them sa US, meron ako sa Dubai, meron tayong papasok from Canada. So I think we have the same, we have the same thinking as far as Filipino talents are concerned. So again, TNC is here, open lagi para sa inyo. And I don't know, guys, sa lahat ng nanonood, kayo ba ay boto na si Miss Ronna Sieh ay magkakaroon ng show sa TNC? Tingnan natin yung mga sasagot bago tayo Miss Ronna Sieh mag-host ng isang show sa TNC. Okay, sagot. Hintay natin yung sagot. Hindi makita yung Ronna yung sagot. Medyo may delay lang na 5 seconds yan. Pero after 5 seconds, may mga sasagot na dyan. But anyway, yeah, before, yes, sabi ni Emil, of course, is a yes. Isa. Guys, boto tayo, dali. Free consultation from Teach Up, Kayla. Okay, Nes Argame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, push! Abdel, for sure. Kayla, yes, it's a yes. Okay, so may mga bumoboto na talaga. Nes Argame is yes, yes, yes. Kayla, of course. Ayan. Anyway, dadami pa yan mamaya. Thank you, Ma'am Ronna, for your time. You're so generous na bigyan mo kami ng oras ngayong gabing ito. So really appreciate your time.
Lloyd, salamat talaga. Thanks for having this medium for us to share our message, na-inspire, nakakatawa, nakakaiyak, whatever. But really, it's easy to get on, easy to share a message, and thank you so much.
Yeah. Again, the platform is yours if you want to take it. So let's go. Sam said yes. Juvie said yes. Angela said definitely yes. Teach us life hacks. Belinda said yes. Oh, wala na. Tapos na yung laban. So, let's talk about your new show, Backstage. Pag-usapan ko na yung mga details. But for now, again, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.
All right. Ronna Reyes Sieh is co-founder of the Coding School. Go to coding.ph to know more. The Big Picture is presented to you by Puzzlebox BPO Inc., also sponsored by Unisol, Luluran, SMDC, Telepreneur, sino pa hindi ko nabanggit, Step Back Creative Voices, PS and PALP. Tonight's lucky winner ng ating YouTube promo is Melvin Encinas. And nakalimutan ko i-flash kanina, kahapon we had the Vice President for Marketing of Telepreneur, Sahiron Dayaw, guest. And tomorrow, please watch out. Tomorrow, Justin Hogu Shun, author and investment advisor, will be in the show. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is YOLO with Attorney Carlo and Attorney Sheila. I do, I don't. Pag-uusapan po sa YOLO ang essentials ng annulment. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for watching The Big Picture for tonight. My name is Lloyd Dino, your host. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Stay on stream. Bye-bye.